I was actually bopping to that. That was awesome.
I finally got the pre-show intro made. I hope everybody enjoyed it. Little dance club.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, I've got. Oh, sorry, Grumpy. Look, pop culture, guys. Look, check it out. Hey, look, there's my hair.
And is that a Ryzen graphics card?
So that's the Ryzen 3400G that I put in my son's computer, so he can play Minecraft. I built for him. And who's this guy? Who's that guy? Who that guy?
It somehow looks creepy, but not creepy enough to be the actual Joker.
Oh, well, how about we...
Yeah.
The hell is that shit?
It's the Joker Batman.
I found out the other day there is a Japanese version of Batman called Ninja Batman.
I've got it on DVD. Oh, mind you, I actually, speaking of which, the other day, oh, hang on. There's me as a minion.
Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome to Six Pack Pre-Show. I'm your host, Jay. With me today is Davros, almost Matt, and the GOD. Grumpy looks grumpy today. That's good.
Hey, Matt.
Yeah.
Did I ever show you my favorite version of Spider-Man?
Doesn't say host with the moist.
Did you see it?
Yeah.
I did.
I
did too much.
It's the
Hey, I got a question here for hereticals, because I know that's probably Chris in there. Why the hell is my face in the thumbnail with them three fucking morons?
I think you just answered your own question there, dude. Also, you'll get Chris in here if you keep acting like that.
I'll get Chris. Sooner or later, I'll get him.
So everybody knows, the shirt says sounds gay. I'm in.
My shirt doesn't say anything, but
yeah,
I made the design. It's awesome.
It says it's awesome.
You can get them on Teespring at the Nevermore Tavern. You should go check that out.
So how have all our weeks been?
Should buy merch. Everyone should buy merch.
Yeah. My week has been long and tiring.
Remember, anything that you buy from the Darth Dawkins Read the Bible through the end of the month, anything you buy from that will go to a transgender charity of Jen's choice whenever she decides to get us whatever that one is. Yeah.
So I couldn't buy any more merch because I had to buy this. Oh, sorry. Focus. Anyone can read what that is? Anyone?
No.
A bit too blurry.
It looks like it's the thumb drive.
No.
That's what it looks like.
It's an NVMe. Look, here, I'll show you the real thing. I'll put a heatsink on it too, by the way. It's fucking tiny, right? This thing. See the focus. Right, that's an NVMe drive. That's a 1 terabyte NVMe drive under that heatsink. That little piece of board in there where my finger is. That's an
You're
NVMe.
trying to operate a supercomputer, are you?
Okay, so eventually when the update for my PS5 comes out, I'll be able to slap that baby in there and get 7,000 megabytes a second read speed.
Yeah,
and more storage.
Have you seen Cupcake's response to you?
No. Who the fuck
Really?
is Cupcake?
Matt Powell.
Oh, really?
Oh, he did a reply.
You haven't
Mutt
seen
made-
it yet?
Mutt made a response to me.
Oh,
did he?
my Lord.
Oh,
We
I'm
got a
gonna have to
cupcake.
go watch that so I can kick him right in his lady parts.
Why? But why?
I think Jeff, Scummer was the one that showed us last week or something like that.
Oh yeah. Oh, I'll have to be going and checking that out.
I'm gonna see if I can't find it.
Anyway, apart from Matt, how does everyone feel about being able to go outside?
Hey.
What?
Yeah, we're kind of getting to the point in Pennsylvania where we're not going to be allowed to go back outside.
Why? Because you showed your face?
No, because freaking idiots around here are all bathed in the blood and they don't think COVID's real.
Oh, good Lord.
So Amber's working from home again.
Retard
and
alert!
They're
Retard alert!
yeah,
Sorry,
they're
I can't
getting
say
ready
that
to
on here, can I?
they're getting ready to mask mandate everything again and shut it all down.
Oh, I don't see the video anymore.
Oh, did he
Oh.
take it down already? Fucking coward.
Cupcake. His name is Cupcake. Remember that.
I thought he was a sentient cupcake.
Well,
But it's not-
I
Yeah, I know. It's doubtful, but hey.
Oh, there it
mean,
is. No, that ain't it.
saying he's sentient's like saying mold can do chores.
Oh,
It
yeah.
can by default.
I had it on my watch later, and it's not there anymore.
Oh man.
He didn't put it to the downloads. Someone had to have grabbed it.
I said I think Jeff was the one that hooked
Ask
us up
him.
with it.
Ask him. Sorry, I said that word wrong.
Yeah, Jeff, do you got that link anymore?
We have to wait 20 seconds for him to
Yeah.
reply now.
Pete says I don't know what the sun looks like anymore. And Jeff didn't download it, unfortunately.
Oh, actually, today in the Southern Hemisphere, it was a bad day for the flat earthers because the sun and the moon were both up at 4 p.m. during the day.
Allegedly.
Chris, until you can walk further than 5 kilometers, be quiet.
Oh, no, I can. I can actually go further than 5 kilometers.
Yeah, it just has to be in your LGA, I think.
Yeah. My LGA stretches out over 48 Ks.
So does anybody remember what the title of the video was?
No, I wish I.
Well, what I was is this the one where he responds to you? Because I was going to say,
Yeah.
I just asked Jeff to send me that, and hopefully, I'm actually pretty keen to play that on Six Pack.
Yeah, I like I said, he said he didn't download it, and it's not in my watch list anymore for some reason.
No, he might have deleted it.
Quick question though.
Yeah, well,
Is he
because
on any other platform?
I don't know. Because I
Who
know
was it? It was
Matt Powell.
we'll find it. That's all right. We don't want to bore everyone by looking things up while we're on a stream.
Yeah.
I don't think Chris knows what the pre-show is about then, does he?
Oh, I
Nice.
hardly ever show up for the pre-show. It's usually
Hi,
just Jay,
Sandy.
blabbering on as the host with the moist.
You made me double check. It does not say host with the moist.
I made you double check.
Yeah.
Good.
I like you son of a bitch. And I'm like, it does not say that. And I'm like, wait a minute. Fuck, did I? So I had to go look. I'm like, you son of a bitch.
Moist.
Is it just me, or does Matt Powell have a face that
That you can
is
punch with a brick.
Yeah, a ridiculously punchable face.
Mm.
Like seriously. I mean, yeah.
So Chris, now that you're in here, whose freaking idea was it to put my face up there with them 3 douche nuggets?
Oh no, Jay did it this week.
Oh, boy. Fucking blame me.
Well, honestly, Jay, Are you all right? Or don't die. Damn it.
Ah, see, he's been caught out. He's in.
Well,
He's stressing.
see,
Made me
this
choke on your father's root beer.
This is how this works, Jay. Chris is over there in fake Australia, so I obviously can't get to him because Australia is not even real. You're in Michigan. I've already driven there once. I hate them roads, but
you'll make an exception.
Yeah, hey, listen, if I got to speed kick somebody in the colon, you're it.
Oh, look, I just think it's, you've been put up with such esteemed colleagues, old TD Jakes and Joyce Meyer, You know that she was Miss Bible back in 1947.
Yeah.
So Jeff says it looks like he took the video down. He says, looks like the gutless fucker's taking it down. I was going to say, Ed, that you were in good company because you were with Hemet Meta in that video also.
Oh.
Hang on, I thought you said he was in good company.
Well, depending on how you like the person, he's a well-known.
Yeah.
I don't know anything about the guy, so.
Oh, look, he makes he's the wokest of the woke. I'll put it that way. He's trouble anyway.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to make a video about no roads are not gonna protect him, Raven. I've driven them roads once before. I can do it again.
But, so 5 pounds from Godless Gummer. Just to remind everyone, Matt Powell has a giant inflatable banana in his backyard that he calls Dr. Peel.
Yeah, I guess I'm gonna have to do a grumpy rant about old Mutt Pal and bitch about him taking that video down before I even got to see it. Like, what kind of coward does that?
You know what? I think I might have to. I've never really watched his stuff, but having a look at his page here, I think I might have to go through and have a bit of a look at some of his stuff. And
he's an idiot.
He looks like and seriously, he looks like KJV only. Oh, even better. KJV only.
He was talking. He was talking about. I think Hammett or Grumpy, I don't remember which one. It mentioned something about the dinosaurs did not fart themselves to death. So he's like, and Ed was like, you need to read another different book, and so did Hammett. They both said you need to read a different book. And he comes back with, well, I did read a book. According to this Junior Oxford book about dinosaurs, it's
oh, fuck. Junior Oxford, seriously?
From 2001.
Oh, God.
There's a couple. He showed a couple clips about from the book stating that they, blah blah blah, due to methane levels. This is what some theorists think. So he's like, I've read other books.
Well,
I'm amazed this dude can read. Just sort of looking at.
I'm sorry, but according to actual ice core samples, there was a oxygen problem.
Well, yeah, he'd come back and say there's due to methane.
No. CO2, too much carbon taking up the oxygens.
Look, that's enough of that science talk. I mean, everyone knows that the Bible is where you get your real science.
I thought it was the Guardian.
Well, no, that's where you get the evidence for everything. That's like the Bible, that thing.
Matt, how you doing, buddy?
Oh, getting through. People see my lovely face in the actual show, but I've been filming today and yesterday for my next video, and it's going to probably take me a few days to finish a filming, if that gives any idea how long this next video is going to be. I'm probably going to have to end up releasing it in 2 parts to make it more manageable.
You didn't shave for this one, right?
No. Although I think I'm not going to be in good company then, because I didn't shave, but I think somebody else here might be a little more clean shaven than for the last 6-pack.
I got a full beard.
No, I'm not talking to Ed. Sorry?
I got a full beard.
Yeah, it's those of us that can grow one in like 2 weeks.
Well, mine was originally a lockdown beard, and then I just keep occasionally trimming it a bit.
Hang on, what state are you in?
You know what state I'm in.
So it took you 211 days to grow a beard?
No, it was like last year's lockdown,
See?
long time ago.
Beard. We're good here.
I'm actually wearing something that Grumpy would be proud of.
Moist.
Oh, you got one of Jay's new shirts.
That's actually Isaac Butterfield. So
Yes, I love Isaac.
I've also got his "Fuck You to the Moon" T-shirt. I can't wear it because it's in the wash. Damn it!
Well, I did, knowing that I was going to be on with Matt tonight. I've decided to up my whiskey game a little bit.
Ooh.
So I've got it's a Westwood, which is, it's actually an American whiskey, but don't hold that against it because it's actually quite good.
Nice American drinks out there.
There's some good ones. There's some pretty bad ones, but there's some good ones, and this is one of the good ones. But it's a rum cask, and it's at, I think it was 62.5%. I didn't realize that when I bought it, and I had the first sip. And I was like, "Holy shit!" Then I saw that, and yeah. But I've upped my game for tonight.
That's a good one for tonight.
Oh,
That
yes.
can only go well.
Of course. How else would it go?
I have laughed at people who said, "I've got a full bottle of whiskey. Tonight's going to go well." 3 hours
never
later, he's in the gutter.
We're not allowed outside into the gutter.
Yeah.
Aw.
Hans says, "Oh, Jay doesn't need to shave. As a 60-foot tall, shape-shifting lizard being, having a beard is more of a state of mind." He knows. He knows.
Ah, you tell your chin to be water, my friend. Before
Exactly.
Hey.
So next week we've got something really cool coming up on Six Pack, and I think I might mention it here.
Go for it.
So, okay, fine. I won't. Sorry, Triple D.
No.
As everyone knows, we are subservient to our members who help fund us here, and Triple D, being a member of the channel, has said no, so I must stop.
Yes,
Damn
but
it,
the thing
Davros.
is-
Listen,
But
I
he's-
don't care what he said. Don't fucking tease me and then back out.
Yeah, but Ed, you like it that way.
That's what she said.
Yeah, that was the whole point.
Hang on, which bit did she say?
Yeah, that's what she said.
Okay, so next week. Okay, well, actually, Bearded Heretic has asked a very good question. What's happening this week?
Oh.
So this week we're having a look at some of the best of the. We're going to have some fun with the Bible. I've also found an article that probably affects Grumpy more than anyone. So we're going to be looking at that. So a bit of bad news for poor Ed, but we'll be going through that. And we've got, of course, almost a Dr. Matt. We've got no Jen this week, so it will be. How would I put it? A lot more likely to be monetized. I think that's probably the best way to put it.
I'm still
She's-
here, dickbag.
Hang on,
Oh,
see how
I
he's not inviting me on to take Jen's spot.
Actually, you know what? You're more than welcome to if you want.
Are you okay? Well, there goes your monetization.
It was gone the second that Ed said dick bag, so it's all good.
I should ask Amber if I can drink coffee out of that special glass that her dad bought her. Hopefully
No.
she's listening to this.
No,
Yeah, I'm sure that's going to go well.
if it's
Oh,
what
yeah.
I think it is, I'm saying no.
What do you think it is?
Well, it could be one of two things: a slender, naked-looking woman, or it
No.
could be a giant phallus.
I'm
Possibly.
thinking it could be a little bit weird if Amber's dad bought her a giant naked woman to drink out of.
Why are you being
Yeah.
are you being homo? No homo?
Well, she is married to Ed, and it would be weird if your father bought you that. I don't know.
Her dad's weird anyway. He buys all kinds of crazy shit.
So next week we are it's going to lead to something that's going to be happening in about a month, which is a special award ceremony that's known as the Fundies. Now, we're going to be having a number of different categories for some of the best fundamentalist Christian content producers out there. And we're going to be having a look and doing the nominations next week. So we've got some real fun ones. It's in particular, there's a very, very competitive category known as the greatest contributor to atheism. And you know what? I'm really, really thinking that Darth Dawkins could be in with a shot. Kent Hovind will be up there, plus many more.
Cupcake.
I actually think there's a certain someone who owns a couple of jet planes that tried to blow COVID away with his breath. I reckon he should win.
Look, it's he's got to be looking at a lifetime achievement award. But what we're going to be asking is we're going to be asking for people to give us some suggestions for categories and some suggestions for nominees for the categories, and we're going to make it a very, very special event. We're going to invite all these people, of course. It's I think even Atangelo might get a nomination for best blog, but we'll see how that goes.
So I'm gonna go off right now, and I'm gonna name for the two biggest numpties, Numpty and Professor Truth.
well, actually, what I'm wondering is we're going to have a special category called the best destroyer of almost a doctor, and it's going to be between Numpty and Atangelo. So it's going to be that's a tight because they both absolutely handed you your ass.
Oh yeah, they just crush you.
Yeah. I'm still bleeding from those.
But
I do have.
I was going to say, we have to nominate freaking Cupcake there for most appeal.
No, it's not a category. He just every time he doesn't win, somebody appeals his case. But I do have a category idea, actually.
All right, I like it.
Biggest quote mine collapse.
Oh, I think there's only one nominee. I mean,
Oh, they all do it.
Yeah, the winner is almost a doctor.
No, I was talking about from.
Shut up, you win.
Oh, there's a good question for you, Chris.
Fundamentalist Day. Oh, yeah, that is absolutely going to be in there. Don't you worry about that.
Yeah.
There'll be an award that will be sponsored by The Guardian. 2 guesses who'll win that one.
Maybe it's an equal tie for first.
Maybe. But no, look, so any suggestions? We do want to have a lot of fun with this. So next week's going to be the announcements and the nominations. And then in about a month's time, we're going to have the actual award ceremony. So there'll be voting, it'll be open, and we're going to have a lot of fun with it. We're going to have a lot of fun with it. Well, I hope we do. It could just be boring as batshit, but I'll at least I'll chuckle and it'll kind of look sternly at us, and that's all that matters.
Yeah, every time somebody gets awarded something, I'll be like, "Good, he deserves it. He's a douchebag," or she, whatever.
And we are also going to be looking for some guest presenters. Like any good awards ceremony. Someone's got to announce the winner, open the envelope. So it should be good.
I got one I want to throw out there. Quickest fill of the bingo card.
Ooh. Yeah.
Is that like which bingo card?
Does it matter?
True.
That was a fun bingo game. I'll give it that. It's he certainly didn't let us down, did he?
No,
but I kept getting so many suggestions after that I am going to make I'm going to go from a 4x4 to a 5x5 and see if we can add a few more things in there for whoever is doing the next discussion that we're all involved with.
Where'd it go? College Comer says the Guardian Award for Best Atheist Fundie Creator.
Absolutely. That is absolutely going to happen. 100%. 100%.
Oh, God, what the hell?
I just have to.
Nice.
Yes. Oh,
host with
Raven,
the
you are the
moist.
best. Not only does Raven pick the best music, but she torments Jay more than anyone.
How in the hell did you do that at work?
Whatever. Put it on the screen. Let's see it.
Oh yes. Okay, hang on. Well, let's get that up there. Geez, it's an expensive shirt.
The host
I don't
with
think
the
she
moist.
adjusted the prices on it.
You know what? I think we might have to get one of those on onto the 6-pack store, the heretical store, because who doesn't need a host with a moist shirt?
Yeah, you got to put a little water drop in there, though.
That woman.
That on the back, it can just have "Be water, my friends."
There you go. That's great.
That is sense. See, what I'm trying to work out is, I mean, no one torments you, Jay, more than Raven and Ed. Amber is your biggest troll.
Oh, she said.
Oh, yeah.
Raven says she shared the wrong one.
Oh.
Now I'm really scared if that's the wrong one.
Yeah.
She's like, I'm on it.
Excellent. Good to see. Good to see. So yeah. So anyway, it's any suggestions that we've got for the fundies? Definitely shoot them towards either myself or Jay, and we'll have some fun. We'll have some fundy fun.
Worst defeat to a Tangelo.
Oh, sheesh, you and me could be tied for that. He owned us both. I mean, his blog completely out history me, and his blog completely out scienced you.
Should you have a category for like the biggest? Nuh-uh, I can't hear you.
Yeah, he's and actually, good question from Scummer. Will Darth Dawkins be there in person to accept an award if he wins? He'll be invited. Absolutely, will be invited. We'll be inviting all the nominees to come and join us. You know, they can even have a minute to do a speech if they want. So, great opportunity for a fundamentalist Christian to have a minute to carry on to a primarily atheist audience. You would have to think if they were genuine Christians, that's just like a golden opportunity. They won't show up though because they're all gutless as well.
As saddening as that is, it would have been nice to see a few just for their reactions.
Yeah, see, there was going to be a category angriest person on Twitter, but now that Ed's off Twitter, well, it just goes to Ansgar.
Yeah, I said it just got to go to Ansgar.
Yeah, I made the mistake of making a comment on one of Ansgar's posts today, something I thought was humorous. It led into a little bit of a rant, and it's just like it was a joke. I thought a pretty apparent joke too, but anyway, what can we do? What can we do? It's all fun. Anyway, I will have to take off because I've got to go and get things set up for the main show. So I'm looking forward to seeing everyone on the main gig, and we'll have some fun with the Bible. Which reminds me, Triple D, if you're going to be on, I need to send you a link to something so you're up to date before we go.
He's already got it.
Oh, we got it.
Oh, cool. All right. Too easy. I'll chat to you all about it before the show, but that's going to be some fun.
The host with the moist already hooked us up.
See?
Christ.
No one beats the host with the moist. All right. Have fun. I'll see you all at 6-pack.
Later, buddy.
Oh, now I'm going to spend the rest of the evening just trying to come up with categories.
D3 for 5 Australian. Preshow is so moist right now. Maybe Jay is just the hostess with the moistest something. Hashtag damn it. Hashtag research Shallow Earth.
Research banana Earth.
Who started the Shallow Earth?
What the hell?
I don't know what's going on there.
I don't know. Who started Shallow Earth, Jay? Where did that come from? You're into all that conspiracy crap.
Yeah.
Why am I not surprised?
Triple D started that entire fucking thing? He's not that old, is he? That's been around longer than him, hasn't it?
Shallow Earth?
And of course, I was about to say, and of course, at some point, because Shallow Earth has been mentioned, shark lasers will come up, but Nerdy beat me
there
to
it goes. Research laser megalodons.
Maybe that's something I could do on my channel about how we know Megalodon can't be around. I know other channels have done it, but it's still a fun topic.
Oh, goddamn.
Yeah, I'd like to find a megalodon tooth, though. That'd be nice.
It would. We found them in the bones of other animals that have been fossilized, so particularly whales. So we know how it hunted and what it hunted, and it loved ripping fins off of whales so they couldn't swim away and then breaking their ribs.
Yeah, I knew a few guys that when I was working on commercial fishing boats that found a couple on dredge boats and stuff. They'd pull them up.
Yeah. Is it a common thing or is it incredibly rare? Like it's only one in.
It's pretty rare. Yeah.
Yeah, I can't imagine it being an everyday occurrence, but they're pretty cool.
No, yeah, it's pretty rare. Well, the one guy was my skipper, and he had it put in this little case, mounted on a piece of wood with a little case, and he used to keep it, right up on the dashboard of the, in the pilot house there. And that was like his lucky charm or whatever.
I mean, that's some lucky charm, though.
Yeah.
Bearded Heretic, there's a fish biologist on YouTube that has hilarious reaction to Megalodon conspiracy theories.
I'll have to go looking. Some of the channels I watch do really good videos where they'll take cryptids and talk about the history of them. So
love me some cryptids.
Yeah, because looking at the actual where the stories came from and the reality behind them is really interesting. Particularly those that actually take it seriously and don't go down the conspiracy route path. It's really cool. I love watching those ones.
Bearded. I would say yes, but apparently you don't have a wrench. But if you're in Discord, you can post the link in Discord and we can grab it from there. Oh, where did Davros go?
I don't know.
He ran away from us.
Phone call.
So Matt wants to know where Shallow Earth came from.
Well, how deep do you want to go?
Can't go too deep. It's shallow.
Hang on a second. I just have to message my man here some stuff. What? Don't. Let me see. Where's all my Shallow Earth memes? Sorry, I mean fact cards. Oh no, I can't send you that. No,
that's scary. When Davros goes, I can't send you that one. That you need to be worried.
I'm very worried.
Actually, I'll start by sending him this one. Oh, go away, pop-ups. Send that. You'll enjoy that one, Jay. Yeah, I'm evil. Mr. Suklaus.
Oh, geez, that freaking weirdo.
Now I'm worried.
You know what's missing? 2020's missing? Aliens.
It was missing a bit more than just aliens, though. A lot of people like to think 2020 is over, but like a lot of the events of 2020 are over, but unfortunately, no.
No.
It's not going to let us. We can't get off that easily.
No.
Kind of wish we could, but reality is not done messing with us yet. Well, it looks like we're all going to need booster shots for the vaccine, so we can all get 6G at some point.
All right, here is the link for that shark dude from Bearded Heretic. It's in the chat there. Fish biologist reacts to megalodon proof.
Yeah, that just popped up in my feed too.
Yeah,
All right.
I don't know. I guess I'm just gonna have to start wearing a mask every freaking where, even if I'm not around anybody, whatever, because I cannot take the risk of getting COVID again. That would not be very good.
Oh, did you already get it?
Yeah, he
Oh,
had
yeah.
it. It whipped his
Yeah.
ass.
I'm not surprised. It is not your common cold or flu, despite what so many
No.
people say. And there's a good chance that for a lot of people, it runs quite the risk of permanent damage, which hopefully hasn't occurred. But
It did.
that, it's.
I'm still smoking though. Fuck it.
I'm still trying to find my fact cards, but here's one to entertain you, Jay.
I used to judge very hard for things like that, like smoking, but then I'm like, but if
What
people
up,
want to
boys?
choose to do that because that's what brings them enjoyment, screw it, let them. You know, as long as-
Yeah, just a couple of weeks ago, Davros, and last week.
That's one of my oldest memes. That one.
Have you listened to someone that thought you've got the IQ of a fucking crayon?
Yes.
Hell yeah.
Bearded said that he got COVID in March of 2020.
Yeah, so did I.
Fortunately, my government actually listened
Hey,
to
Doc.
some of the science. So it hasn't been too bad. Like our numbers today was one of the worst, and it was 640 cases in our state. 44 cases. That's it. So
Let me
we're not doing too
learn
bad.
you.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm saying. Like, as much as I'm annoyed at how a recent outbreak has been handled, overall, our government has actually done a good job, regardless of whether I agree with who's in power or not.
Yeah.
Compared to the rest of the world, we are lucky here. Very.
So let me bring this up here.
Yeah, we're surrounded by morons.
So
well, yeah, doesn't matter where you go.
Just from August 6th through the 19th, we got 1,888,000 cases.
That is, ow.
Yeah,
that's.
Florida has had 315,000 by themselves.
Can I guess that Florida has one of the lower vaccination rates?
It's almost non-existent in Florida because they're idiots.
Check on Pennsylvania.
Pennsylvania, 28,000.
Jeez.
Michigan, 21,000. Jersey, 22,000. Massachusetts, where's New York? DC's got 2,000. There's New York. Oh. God damn it. 58,000 in New York itself.
Damn.
California, 181,000 in California, 217,000 in Texas.
See, that's the problem with the area where I live. We're pretty close to New York. So we're in Pennsylvania, but
come down to Adelaide. Oh, come down to Adelaide. No, not the whole of Australia. That's terrible. The whole of Australia. Come down to Adelaide. See South Australia.
It's in the middle at the bottom.
Yeah. Okay. Keep. No. Yeah. Look.
3.
Oh, 3. No deaths today. we actually had 4 last year, but yeah.
West Australia.
1 from memory.
You can't even get on the dot.
4.
4. That's right. But
go
yeah,
to Sydney. Whoopsie. Go to Sydney. Go to New South Wales.
I'm working on it.
Up the top, in the middle. There. Not Queensland, New South Wales.
There it is. 6,000.
Whoops. Uh-oh.
Yeah.
Someone fucked up.
361 in Victoria.
We're in a lockdown and our cases aren't getting smaller
2.
because
2 in the Northern Territory.
the Northern Territory has almost no one there, so they don't get much travel, and particularly with borders shut at the moment. New Zealand's also done really, really well too, because they, like us, shut down fairly early.
I can't even screw. There we go. No data.
Yeah, they haven't. And their South Islands have had like no cases, so yeah, you can't click on them because there's no dots. They've had 1 or 2 in the north though. Unfortunately, some of them came across from New South Wales. So they came across from where I am. Yeah, it'll probably be no data again.
Yeah.
But they've had like less than 10 cases, I think. I have to check.
Well, yeah, because they were smart and they went, nope, fuck you, we're shutting the whole country down.
Have a look at Australia, right? And it's all on the east coast. It's all the ones on the east coast.
Yeah, and guess where our population is?
Hang on, before you get all... We're better than you because we've got more people. Yeah, but you've got more sick people than we do.
Oh, we gotta look at the UK. So let's go find the UK.
Can we just have a look at India on the way over?
Sure.
I just want to see how they're going numbers. Oh, Iran is a lot worse than I thought.
502,000 in India.
Yeah, I mean, it's down from what it was. Wow. That
529 in Iran.
But see,
Israel is apparently going back up again, despite having getting fairly on top with vaccinations.
The UK
See, that's what I mean. Though. India is the most populated country in the world, and they have less cases than the United States.
Now, mind you, this is
and they can't lock down like the United States could.
Yeah, mind you, this is only within the last 14 days. Yeah. But yeah, still.
No, overall, America still has more cases, I think.
409,000 for the UK.
Yeah, but hang on. They're near herd immunity, yet they've still got nearly 500,000 cases. What the hell?
All of Canada has only had 22,000. Yeah, that's brilliant. Yeah. This is the last 13 cases in the last 13 days. Or 14 days.
Isn't it amazing? Canada,
if we look
Australia.
If we look at total, 32 million cases in India.
Florida almost beats that. Can you go back to Florida? Oh, no, sorry. I read wrong.
3 million.
Yeah.
We look at New York, 2 million. Pennsylvania, 1.2. Michigan, 1 million.
Texas and
Texas, 3.4. 4.2 in Cali.
Wait, hang on. Jay.
Huh?
The amount of cases in Texas since this thing started is more than the population of the state that I live in, which is the same size as Texas.
16.
Yeah, most of our cases has come from the last couple of months of lockdown. Oh, during the last couple of months of lockdown, they started going up before the lockdown.
Yeah, it looks like Victoria's had the most.
Yeah, they had a really big outbreak where it got into the population because security guards at some of the hotel quarantine were getting a bit too close to some of the people, and they spread it all to their families before anyone picked it up. So it got out into the community and they didn't know where it was.
I like how Matt said that so politely. Now, one of the security guards fucked someone who was sick with the Rona and then passed it on to his family.
Now, according to this data, mainland China has only had 94,000 cases.
Pull the other one.
Oh, no. See, we keep them under the 100,000. Population control. It's all good. I'm not racist. I'm not. Honestly, I hate everyone.
Also, remember, these numbers are only the ones that would be confirmed.
Yeah.
So countries like India and America have probably had a lot more because there is a lot of people who only ever found out because they ended up needing to go to hospital.
6.3 in the UK for those of you wanting
About 10% of their population, isn't it?
Almost a doctor. Where do all the doctors come from?
Wrong kind. My solution to this is to put all of the dumb people in one spot and carve them out of the planet with a massive space laser.
6.6 total cases in Russia. 37 million cases in the United States.
That is more than the population of Australia.
Yes. By nearly 50% more, too.
Mind you, India, like Ed said, the largest population, 32 million, 37 million.
Look, for India, it's probably a lot bigger, and for America, it's probably about double based on the unexplained deaths from last year. The actual number in America is probably about double what.
Yeah, we're going to find
there.
out in 5-10 years from now that the cases were a lot more than we thought.
Yeah, and I'd say India's probably could easily be 5 to 10 times what's reported, just because unfortunately infrastructure in that country isn't there to handle it. So yeah, it gives you an idea. But I mean, look at Brazil though.
Yeah,
what's their population
million?
compared to America? I know they're big, but
I don't remember right offhand.
But they're not they're not one of the top ones. I have to check.
Hawaii's had 51,000 cases,
which is not as bad.
No,
not really.
Just like, but the graphics there just show. I mean, France hadn't done well either.
Thanks for showing my message.
That's all right. I wanted to show this anyway.
I can hear the truck backing up.
Mini.
Meep, meep.
That's a day in the life. A day in the life of the grumpy.
Yeah, French Polynesia's not that big, and it had 37,000 cases. Goddamn.
Some of them French people.
Yeah, so yeah, I love that map. That's a great map.
Meep, meep. So moist. We got like 10 minutes, guys.
Ooh, and then I'll go set up my green screen so people can get to see my lovely, lovely face.
What's wrong with like the cupboard you have behind you?
Well, it's currently covered by my green screen and a lot of lighting and camera equipment, most of which comes from Bunnings, because I'm in the middle of filming.
You realize you're on YouTube. You're not Hollywood, right?
Yes.
Yeah,
however,
you're trying to be all special and shit.
I know.
Yeah, but Davros, you do realize I'm not a flat earther, and I know how to. Well, I would like to think I can operate a camera properly.
Okay.
Do you have the P900?
Yeah.
No.
Oh well, you lose.
Yeah, automatically lose. If you don't have the P900, you automatically lose, and you can't use the P1000. It's not a good enough camera. You got to go with the 900.
What's the difference between the two? I really don't.
No. You don't. You never question a flat earther.
No.
But Matt, if you're not a flat earther, then can you hold a gas in one hand and a vacuum in the other?
Yes.
Okay, I want you to do it now.
Oh, no, I can't do. Well, actually, if you give me 2 minutes, I'll do it.
You can't have gas pressure next to a vacuum.
Give me a minute.
Just so you know, Lissy says 211 million in Brazil as of 2019.
Yeah.
And I'm waiting for Matt to go. Oh, look, here's my sulfur hexafluoride. Yeah, it's just CGI, dude. I can debunk all your shit with a nut and a CGI.
Beryllian said that's over 10% of the population in the United States, so 1 in 10 was reported as a case.
Yep.
Wow.
Yep. It's great. Fucking love it here.
We had lockdowns. We had more people die of suicide than from the virus. That's a horrible statistic. I'm sorry, but yeah.
Bearded Heretic says the P900 can look all across the flat Earth and see the Himalayas from Florida.
Hey, it can bring a boat back over the horizon.
I remember that video.
Which one?
Well, yeah.
No, I
That's
still
true.
think when they bring out, it's like a Fresnel lens. Nothing is like a Fresnel lens. That's why Fresnel made the lens.
Yeah.
Ted Frank says, Matt, suck on your hand and fart. Problem solved. Granny wants to know, is that related to lockdowns or related to losing family to the death?
It's it's a little bit more complicated than that. So during the lockdowns, there was an increase in DOV and other related unfortunate things that family members do to children, and that caused a spike in children's suicide rates. But there was also a massive spike in male suicide rates due to losses of jobs. So that's just facts. That's actual statistics from our Bureau of Statistics. So it's unfortunately truth.
Have you guys heard the news? Starting
Matt-
starting October 1st, OnlyFans will be shutting down any illicit videos.
Oh, yeah, I have heard that.
You can still post nudes and videos and pictures, but you can't. You won't be able to do any illicit acts.
No
Okay.
penetrating.
Yeah. So I seen something. I think it was on Twitter. They said I don't remember who said it, but they said
Twitter.
so.
Back to Twitch tub streams.
They said Tumblr. It's going the way Tumblr went. So anyway,
Do you know where the pressure for them to change like that came from?
No, for their bankers. Hang on a second.
So because people were using Linktree to add it to certain other socials, certain banking people were going, we don't want to be associated with OnlyFans.
So we've been requested not to speak on this subject anymore. So we'll leave that go.
I can. In which case, I can lighten the topic a little bit, and I think maybe I can try and prove Davros wrong. Where is it? There's my vacuum in one hand, and there's my gas, and it's not sealed, and there's my gas pressure in the other one.
The vacuum's not on. You don't have a negative pressure. You lose. You don't have a negative pressure. I'm sorry. The old Henry with a gas bottle next to it just ain't cutting it anymore, boy. You are a flat earther.
I actually had a lecturer who, well, I wasn't actually enrolled in the course, but I showed up for the special relativity lectures because the lecturer was awesome, and it's special relativity, which is a really, really cool topic. And he brought out a vacuum pump and a couple of tubes to show that it doesn't matter what things are made of in a vacuum, they'll fall at the same speed. Because you just put the vacuum pump up to the tubes, suck the air out, and you got paper in one, coin in the other. And he asked, as he pointed to it, to a room, a small lecture theatre full of physicists, and he points to the vacuum and goes, "What's this?" And everybody immediately just goes, "Oh, it's a vacuum pump, a vacuum pump." And then he turns around and goes, "No, you're all wrong. It's Nunu." And he puts up a picture of the Teletubbies, the vacuum. This lecturer explained relativity to us using Teletubby dolls and an empty Xerox box of paper that was their spaceship for moving around. And he'd refer to different frames of reference using the different Teletubbies.
All right, so
the problem is that I understood it in the Teletubby experience, but not in reality.
Where is that damn thing? Hang on just a second here.
I don't like it when Jay tells us to wait.
So Raven said she went and fixed it.
What?
The Be Water, the moist thing.
The hostess
Be water,
with the
my friend.
moistest.
The host with the moist. But that didn't give the right link. What the hell?
Raven is not working. You broke it.
I'm noticing I look good on our screen here, but on the show screen, I look all glitchy and shit.
That's probably
The Illuminati.
No, you're looking fine. You're looking a bit smoky to me
Yeah,
on the YouTube, but in StreamYards you're clear.
yeah.
I wonder. I'll have to check out my moistness on the stream. We'll just get back to the stream. My camera will be on in a minute because it's catching up.
There we
Come
go.
on.
Now I look cleared up now.
Bit of so. Oh well.
Why would Biphone bring it up?
What are you doing, my dude?
So apparently, anyways, I'll show you.
So apparently what?
Go the other way with it. So there you go.
The hoist
host
with
with
the
moist. Be water, my friends.
Nice.
So there you go. She fixed it. It should be good to go now. All right, where are we at? Oh,
say
hey,
goodbye.
time to say goodbye.
Yes, and
We're gonna wrap
we
this
shall,
shit up. We will see everyone in a half hour on the actual show itself, where we have almost Matt and Davros will be joining us over there to look at some funny stuff. Raven also says she's fixed the prices in the Nevermore Teespring shop, so go check that out. And at some point, we will get some shirts put over onto the Redbubble. We'll get those done too. So until 30 minutes from now, thanks for joining the pre-show. I'm Jay. That's Stavros. That's the GOD, and that's Almost Matt. Thank you, everybody, for joining us. Hope we gave you a little laugh. Until next time, be water, my friends.
Stay moist.
Be formless.